Oh boy, look at these big beams. Have we got something planned for you? Dan, what do you got for us?
Barn build day one, everybody. Over the last few months, Jason and I have actually been milling and joining timbers together for this giant structure. And today we're going to show you the easiest way to get yourself set up, be perfectly square, and get this job done right. So stick with us. We'll show you how we get her done.
It's a big slab, Dan.
It is a big slab, Jay.
Makes our beams look little.
See, right here. Nope. One of the most important pieces of actually putting your timber frame up is having your foundation. And having your foundation correct and having your foundation strong enough. And I am super happy on how our slab came out on this giant pour. There's not one crack. This is 9 months old, so I know a lot of guys were yelling at me that I poured it too wet. You pour it thick, you pour it a little bit wetter. Ours came out perfect, so I couldn't be more happy with that. One of the most important things really to get started before you assemble anything, look, we have no wood on here. We actually have squared and put in the pins for our entire building. So the most important part, or here, how I start, right here, dead center of the slab, is I'm actually squaring myself in both directions. For a big job like this, it's actually easier once you get this lined up, that you're going to use this as running all your measurements before you start checking your square. And then what I really do is I'm going to go to the outside of my building. Maybe I only have this much timber frame to put up. Before you put anything up, imperative that you go through your whole building and make sure everything's square and going to fit and sit exactly where you want it to be. So I mean, that's where it is. What we do is we actually start with the entire outside box. So you could see right here where we actually had to make a few adjustments to our square as we were going on. So I start with my entire building. Imperative, be square. So you guys, I've always actually showed or talked about the 3, 4, 5 trick, but honestly, you could just get yourself to a square point, and we're actually looking for the outside corners of this building. And then once that this entire unit, and you're happy, and it's square, and the measurements work out, you're easily able to just measure back where your walls need to be. I do my outside walls, and then I run my center pins coming down through here. So I know exactly where I'm going to sit. Now we drilled in, these are 10-inch long, 5/8 inch wedge anchors. Now it's not really going to be holding anything. We're just drilling and we're going to pin the top of our beams on there. And actually on the interior ones later on, I actually put decorative metal bolt downs on there. On all of our outsides, where the walls are actually going to be buried out here in the back, we're going to actually have another bolt-on strap here that's going to be your hold down for this timber frame. So the post anchor straps that we use, these are Simpson strong tie PA18s. You can get PA24s, PA36s. This particular one is actually meant to be embedded into concrete. And the ones that we're going to use, they also make a second one that are actually bolt-on. So that's how we're going to be able to hold our frames down when we're all complete. So Simpson strong tie post anchors. These are a couple of things to remember. You don't want your wood sitting on the cement. So I have 3/8 of an inch high density plastic. That's what I use. So that's going to be where my timber frames are going to sit, keep off the cement, be better for your wood. So after you've got everything in, don't drill any holes yet. Make sure you see I have a perfect grid pattern here. So before we've drilled one hole, we've actually done this. Then I went back and checked and squared every box that I have here to make sure that everything is perfect. Then we drilled, and we're gonna get ready to lay out all our beams and get ready to actually do a raising. We'll show you how to get everything lined up, make it easy for you. Okay, so we talk about the 3-4-5 trick of getting everything squared, guys. Jason's looking at me, I'm running around with a calculator all day long because I'm actually double checking the math that's in my head. But this, if you get yourself a construction master and you're actually laying out something that's this big, the beautiful part about this is it'll give me any one of the diagonals. If I input my information on my length and my rise, it's going to tell me what square is. It's going to make you lay out faster. You're going to know where your endpoints are actually going to be. I mean, I know I'm 48 feet, 8 inches. And then all you do, here, look, you hit the rise button. And then I'm 44 feet, 8 inches. Hit the run button, hit my diagonal. I know that I need to be 66 feet and 11/16 to be perfectly square. Quick and easy. So, worth the 20 bucks. No, I did have this for 20 years, so it might be a little more now. I don't know.
Your pricing is a little bit
I know, but everything I have is old. I never even changed the batteries in this thing. Worth it.
Cowboy Dan. Angle those big beams.
I'm gonna spin it, Jay.
Okay. Coming that way? All right.
You're gonna run the tab when we get over there.
Gotcha. Run the tab.
Going too far, Jay.
Got it.
Pushing out.
Push it out.
Let's try this. Booming down.
Moving down.
We're tabbed in.
Tabs in.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Looking good.
So we got all of the pieces for the first 2 sections of this 4-section barn set up because that's all I'm going to be able to work at one time. But you can see how big this thing looks just laying on the ground. So realistically, next thing we're going to do, guys, is we're actually going to just start assembling all our joints. We've got all our pieces, everything worked out. So we'll get them together. We'll show you along the way how she goes.
It's a thing of beauty, Dan.
Let's make sure they all fit before we drive any motherfucker.
Coming out. Okay.
Okay, so before we actually install, we've got our holes drilled. We're going to put another coat of wax just to be safe, just to be secure. Now, you didn't think that I put everything together and didn't show you. Jason and I left us one right here, where we're going to show you how we assemble it, the drawboard, and exactly how everything goes together before we do the hang.
Man, it's getting serious.
It's serious. This is the beautiful video need break.
That's rustic.
That's rustic, man. Okay, so when you've actually strategically picked out your pieces that you can join together, that you know that that's how you're going to assemble your frame, here we go, Jay.
Here we go. Race time. Race time. How's your back down there?
Not good.
Use the straps. Almost. All right, we're in. Oh, okay.
That's it. Okay, so I'm first just tap. There, everything's going together. Guys, I slam in one of my pickers, holds everything.
I like that thing, Dan.
I do like that thing. So now your frame can't go anywhere. Now, holy smokes, Jay.
What do we got?
Oh, I'm gonna have to draw this.
Now that's
All
the
right,
outside.
it's all
edge.
gonna draw right in. Okay, so we showed you in the last video how we draw bore. If you, it's gonna be hard to look down the hole, but the holes are offset.
Let me see if I can get a view of that. Let's see.
I think you might be able to.
Let's see if we can. Oh, hey, there you go. You can see the offset down there.
Okay. So
All
when we
right.
start to drive these pegs, it's gonna pull everything in tighter than when it was. And I actually dip all my pegs in wax. And actually, I think it seals the end of the holes, but quite frankly, I feel that it's giving me a little slip. Now I know my pegs are already linseed oil. I'm gonna drive 2 in at once. And I know everybody wants to see me with this wooden hammer.
I think it might need a little more weight.
See how that's drawing in.
There we go. It's looking good.
So this is tight. And don't get me wrong, guys. Sometimes I bring out the big guns.
I'm not gonna lie. I like using the motivator on these.
I do too. You see how strong that peg is.
Yeah, really.
I mean, absolutely. Pull my picker out. I'm ready for my third one. I check, my pins are way through.
Seems looking good.
Don't get me wrong, guys, it's tiring. I sometimes use a metal mallet.
We won't judge you.
Nope. I make my pins long. So I'm gonna set.
See it drawing in nicely.
Like I said, it's tight. So I'm thinking this wax is helping me. I'm gonna put one on each side. This is gonna want to draw.
It's hard to tell, but that one drew in really nice.
It did. It needed them in.
Yeah.
So you see where we're at. This joint is almost finished. This is, believe it or not, the fun part, and why you don't have to go to the gym.
No need for CrossFit.
I mean, it sucked that thing in.
It's in tight.
Now we know this wood's gonna shrink some, so this is why we do this now. It'll help keep it tight. I don't know. Anyone have a problem with my pegs? Those are strong pegs. So that's it. I'm going to put the last 3 in. This joint's going to be ready for hanging.
Well,
I'm going to get my coffee, Jay.
get your coffee. You deserved it.
Day 2 of the barn build. Yeah, and Jason and I got a little carried away yesterday after all the parts got out. But we assembled almost all of the frames, put in all the pegs, and we're getting ready to hang right here. So you can see almost all of these are done. One thing imperative that we did not show you, I didn't show you about drilling the holes. Now in a perfect world, you would be able to drill the holes perfectly center on each one of your beams in your shop. But what I do is I make sure I actually come back and I will measure each individual pin to what's off my line. Because is there a possibility that you drilled the hole a little bit off? There is. So it's a little bit harder. I drill my stuff here in the field. So that's how I do it. So if you guys spend a little extra time when you're laying out, like we showed you, dry fitting everything, working on your table, making sure everything fits, draw boring your pegs. This is what we're going to show you, how 2 guys was able to lift this. And it makes your assembly much easier, guys. So stick with us next week. We're going to show you.
It's pretty big, Dan.
It's big, Jay.